Welcome, dear listener, to this profound exploration of connecting with our higher selves and through that connection, reaching out to the vast, intricate tapestry of the universe. Imagine for a moment that within you there is a presence, a quieter, wiser version of yourself that sees beyond your everyday concerns and connects with the infinite wisdom of the cosmos. This is not just a poetic metaphor. It is a doorway to deeper understanding and peace. Let's begin by considering what the higher self really is. In many spiritual traditions, the higher self is thought of as the most enlightened part of us, untainted by the world of material concerns and fully aware of our ultimate spiritual nature. It's the part that remains connected to the divine or universal consciousness, guiding us subtly towards our true purpose and potential. Now, how do we access this higher self? It starts with silence. In the noise of our daily lives, it is challenging to hear the whispers of our higher self. Therefore, the first practical step is to cultivate periods of quiet. Silence is not merely the absence of sound, but the foundation of deeper awareness. When was the last time you allowed yourself to sit in complete silence, without reaching for your phone, without any distractions? Silence prepares the ground for deeper connection. When we quiet the external noises, we can begin to tune in to the inner voice. This voice, your higher self, speaks in the language of intuition and feelings rather than words. It might emerge as a sudden insight, a gut feeling, or a sense of knowing without knowing how you know.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
To foster this connection, regular meditation is invaluable. Meditation does not need to be complex. It can be as simple as focusing on your breath, observing your thoughts without attachment, and returning to your breath when your mind wanders. This practice trains you to manage your attention and to recognize the space between thoughts, where insights from your higher self can surface. Moreover, consider the nature of your thoughts. Are they constantly negative, fearful, or limiting? These are often reflections of the ego, not your higher self. The ego, concerned with preservation and status, often resists the broader, more inclusive perspective of the higher self. By recognizing when you are operating from your ego, you can consciously choose to shift towards qualities like compassion, patience, and openness, which are more aligned with your higher self. Another profound way to connect with your higher self is through journaling. Writing can be a form of meditation. It allows you to slow down your thoughts and examine them. As you write, pose questions to your higher self. What should I focus on today? What am I holding on to that no longer serves me? Do not rush the answers. Let them come naturally and write them down. You might be surprised by the wisdom that flows onto the paper. Your higher self also connects you to the universe. This connection is not just spiritual or metaphysical. It is very real in the sense that we are all part of a larger, interconnected system. Each thought, action, and emotion sends ripples across that system, influencing the world in ways both seen and unseen. Consider the concept of as above, so below, which is found in various philosophical and spiritual traditions. It suggests that what happens on a microcosmic level within us has a correspondence in the macrocosm of the universe. Therefore, by aligning with our higher self, we align with the universe's rhythm. This alignment brings synchronicities, those moments when events align in a way that is too timely to be mere coincidence. Now think about how you feel when you make decisions that are true to your best self. There's often a sense of flow, ease, and grace, isn't there? This is what it feels like to be in alignment with the universe. Your path aligns with the greater path, and obstacles seem to dissolve. Finally, let us reflect on the nature of our relationships. They too are a mirror of our connection with our higher self and the universe. When we treat others with kindness, understanding, and love, we are not only acting from our higher self but also inviting others to connect with theirs. This creates a virtuous cycle, enhancing our collective spiritual growth. As we come to the end of this first part, I invite you to reflect on the idea of silence. How can you bring more silence into your life to hear the subtle guidance of your higher self? As we continue our exploration of the connection between our higher self and the universe, let's delve deeper into understanding the signs and messages that the universe might be sending us, and how we can be more receptive to these signals. The universe communicates in myriad ways, sometimes through synchronicities, sometimes through dreams, and often through the very fabric of our daily experiences. To become more attuned to these messages, it is crucial to cultivate a state of openness and curiosity. Often, we travel through life with a certain rigidity, holding tightly to our beliefs and expectations. This rigidity can block us from perceiving the subtle, often unexpected ways in which the universe communicates. Have you ever experienced a moment so perfectly timed that it felt as if it were choreographed? Such moments are not mere coincidences, but are signposts from the universe, guiding and affirming our paths. The practice of mindfulness can significantly enhance our ability to perceive these signs. Mindfulness involves maintaining a moment-by-moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surrounding environment. By practicing mindfulness, you train yourself to notice the small details and the patterns that emerge in your life. These patterns can be the language through which the universe speaks. For instance, if you repeatedly encounter the same problem or theme in different contexts, this could be a signal that there is a lesson you need to learn, a part of your inner self that requires attention. Or perhaps you keep meeting people who bring up similar issues or themes. These are not random occurrences, but meaningful patterns that can help guide your spiritual growth. Yet how do we distinguish between mere coincidences and meaningful synchronicities? The key lies in how these experiences resonate within us. A true synchronicity will often come with a sense of inner knowing or resonance, a feeling that the event is somehow significant, even if we can't immediately understand why. It is like hearing a note that vibrates in harmony with something deep within us. Another powerful way to connect with your higher self and, through it, to the universe is through the practice of gratitude. Gratitude opens the heart and elevates the spirit. By actively appreciating the blessings we have, we align more closely with positive energy, which in turn attracts more positivity into our lives. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's about setting a tone that enhances your vibrational frequency. What you focus on expands, and gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundantly present. Furthermore, it's essential to understand the role of challenges and difficulties in our lives. Often, we might feel disconnected from our higher self and the universe during tough times. However, these moments are not merely obstacles but opportunities for profound spiritual growth. They invite us to dig deeper into our resilience and wisdom, to stretch beyond our perceived limits, and to reconnect with our core strengths. How we respond to these challenges can accelerate our journey towards spiritual maturity. Reflect on a recent challenge in your life. Instead of seeing it as a barrier, can you view it as a message or a lesson from the universe? What might it be teaching you? Often, the lessons are about letting go, building inner strength, or opening our hearts even when it's hard. Finally, let's talk about the role of intuition in connecting with our higher self. Intuition is often described as a gut feeling, but it is much more. It is the voice of your higher self cutting through the noise of your everyday mind. To strengthen your intuition, you must trust it. Start with small things. For instance, you might feel a pull towards going a different route to work or reaching out to an old friend. Act on these small intuitive impulses and observe what unfolds. As we conclude this part, I invite you to reflect on the role of mindfulness and gratitude in your life. How can you cultivate these qualities more deeply to enhance your connection with your higher self and the universe? In this final segment of our exploration, we shall focus on maintaining a consistent connection with our higher self and living in harmony with the cosmic rhythms that influence our lives. This consistent connection is not just about occasional spiritual practices, but about integrating our spiritual insights into every aspect of our daily life. To live in harmony with the universe and your higher self, it is essential to cultivate balance. Balance in our thoughts, our actions, and our interactions. This balance doesn't mean avoiding extremes at all costs, but rather recognizing when certain aspects of our life are pulling us too far from our center and adjusting accordingly. One effective way to achieve this balance is through the practice of mindful living. Mindful living involves bringing the awareness and calm you cultivate in meditation into your everyday activities. It means being fully present when you eat, when you walk, when you talk, and even when you work. This practice helps you become more aware of the alignment between your actions and your higher spiritual values. Consider your daily activities and interactions. Do they reflect the qualities of your higher self? Are you acting out of kindness, patience, and love? Or are you often reactive, operating on autopilot without much thought to the deeper implications of your actions? By asking these questions regularly, you can begin to bring more conscious awareness into your life, ensuring that your actions are aligned with your deeper values. Another key aspect of living in harmony with the universe is understanding the concept of impermanence and change. The universe is in a constant state of flux, and as part of the universe, so are we. Embracing change rather than resisting it can profoundly shift your perspective. It allows you to flow with life's rhythms rather than feeling constantly battered by the waves of change. To practically embrace change, start by observing nature. Notice how effortlessly nature transitions from one season to the next. It does not cling to the blooming flowers of spring, nor mourns their passing in autumn. Instead, it embraces each phase with grace and prepares for the next. Similarly, can you see the changes in your life as natural transitions, each bringing its own set of opportunities and lessons? Furthermore, maintaining a connection with your higher self and the universe often requires you to set boundaries. In our eagerness to grow and help others, we might sometimes take on too much, draining our energy and moving us away from our spiritual center. Setting healthy boundaries is not about isolation. It's about knowing how much you can handle while still maintaining your spiritual integrity and balance. Also, consider the power of creative expression as a pathway to connect with your higher self. Creativity is not limited to art, music, or writing. It's found in any activity where you bring something into being that didn't exist before. When you create, you tap into the divine energy of creation that permeates the universe. This connection can be incredibly fulfilling and enlightening. It can also be a powerful way to process and integrate the deeper spiritual truths you encounter on your journey. Lastly, remember the importance of community in your spiritual journey. Connecting with others who are also seeking to live in alignment with their higher self and the universe can provide support, inspiration, and new perspectives. Sharing your journey can amplify your growth and also help others on their path. As we conclude this exploration, I invite you to consider what practices or changes you can integrate into your life to maintain a deeper connection with your higher self. How can you ensure that your daily life reflects the profound insights and spiritual truths you have uncovered? Living in harmony with your higher self and the universe is a continuous journey, one that requires mindfulness, commitment, and compassion. But the peace, clarity, and fulfillment it brings are well worth the effort. Thank you for sharing this journey today. Let us move forward with open hearts and a deep commitment to our spiritual growth.